Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Monday, September 25th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are asking these divine light beings for their blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I'm also using a little container of water. I'm using a lit incense stick, lit tealight, a bell, a raisin, a bowl of fresh flower petals. I start with the water, sprinkling a few drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space where the puja is going to happen. I also put a few drops of water on top of my own head, and I send a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that all of us are purified going into the puja. We start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who helps remove obstacles. Om Shrihi Gam, Om Shrihi Gam, Om Shrihi Gam. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove obstacles in the lives of all the participants in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of our lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of us now and always. Next, we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we start with honoring the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Monday, which is ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Next, we also honor Rahu, as Dr. Pillai associates Rahu with Monday as well. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the star that the moon is in. Right now, the moon is in a star called Shravana, a star that can give blessings for money. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by Vishnu, archetype who helps sustain and maintain the universe. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by the moon. No, we move on to the Tithi. Right now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. Right now we are in the 11th waxing moon, called Ekadasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Ekadasi Devye Namaha. Om Ekadasi Devye Namaha. Om Ekadasi Devye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet ruling the hour. In my local area, this is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Excuse me. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Sukarman, which has energies that are generous. Sukarman, Sukarman, Sukarman. And the Karana that's active right now is Vishti, which has energies that can be inefficient. Vishti, Vishti, Vishti. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. We look at the sign that is the ascendant, represented here with the letters AC. This is the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is Kanya, or Virgo. Dr. Pillai said we start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture to his importance at the moment. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant sign, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, stopping in each sign that has 1 or more planets in it. Today in Virgo, there is the Sun and also Mars. We start with honoring the Sun. I put flower petals on him. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The Sun is in a star called Uttara Phalguni, a star that can give blessings for relationship and also for the ability to keep our promises, to keep our word. I put the flower petals on the Sun. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Uttara Phalguni star is ruled by Aryaman, an archetype who rules contracts, honor, integrity. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Uttara Phalguni star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Mars for being in Virgo. I put flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Chitra, a star that gives blessings for creativity and craftsmanship. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra's star is ruled by Tvashtar, archetype who helps as with craftsmanship, as he is a master craftsman. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra's star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya or Virgo, the most analytical and detail-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet important for our health and our self-esteem, and Mars, planet of courage and willpower. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Chitra, a star of creativity and craftsmanship. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Tvashtar, divine archetype who is a master craftsman. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that can give blessings for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it, Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, who is retrograde and extra powerful, and also the moon. We start with honoring Pluto. I put flower petals on him. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting victory. Om Uttar Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttar Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttar Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. They achieve victory through their teamwork. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor the moon for being in Capricorn. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Shravana, a star that can give blessings for money, material prosperity, and also a star that can help with listening so that we hear what's in people's heart, not just what's in their words. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by Vishnu, an archetype who can give blessings for protection, health, and wealth. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. So today we have the sun in Uttar Phalguni, a star that the sun rules, the moon in Shravana star, a star that the moon rules. They're both comfortable with that. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and we reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help with rationality and science, and with discoveries and inventions, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, a planet that can help us to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Saturn, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satabisha, a star that gives blessings for healing and also for interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Satabisha star is ruled by Varuna, archetype associated with the rain and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Satyabhisha star is ruled by Varuna, is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and we reflect on Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience and compassion, planet of structure and perseverance. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune, who is also retrograde and extra powerful. I put flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give blessings to help us towards enlightenment, charity, purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is also Jupiter. I put more flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that can help with our intuition and with understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Mesha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and Jupiter, who is retrograde, extra powerful, and Uranus, who is also retrograde and extra powerful. All three of them are in different stars, so we invoke each of them separately. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu is in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and for healing. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumars, horse-headed twins who have tremendous healing abilities. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter, who is retrograde, extra powerful, for being in Aries. I put flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We ask him to help us to be just and merciful towards others, and for there to be justice in our world. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. He is also retrograde, extra powerful. I put flowers on Uranus on the blackboard chart. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Kritika, a star that gives blessings for truth. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by Agni, archetype associated with the fire element, archetype who can give blessings for positive transformation and purification. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Kritika star, which is the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a zodiac sign that is a fire sign with very active energy. Today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box, and Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spirituality, can help with wealth creation, and help with everything related to banking or legal matters. And Uranus, a planet that can help with creative abilities, higher intelligence, success in life, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Karkataka, or Cancer, which today contains Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Aslesha, a star that can give blessings for mystical power. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Aslesha star is ruled by the Nagas, ancient light beings who know secrets about cycles of time and have great wisdom. We ask for their blessings. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Aslesha star is ruled by Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on the zodiac sign of Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing Venus, planet that helps with diplomacy, love, beauty, the arts, and material plane comforts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Simha or Leo, which today contains Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Purva Palguni, a star that can help with relationship and also with rest and relaxation. Om Purva Palgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Palgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Palgunaye Namaha. Purva Palguni's star is ruled by Bhagya, an archetype who gives blessings for good fortune. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Purva Palguni's star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Leo, which is the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Simha or Leo, a zodiac sign that can give blessings for leadership and power, today containing Mercury, planet that helps with communication and business and our own sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all these divine beings we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance. And I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I ring a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a raisin, a small fruit representing the earth element, and I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking all of them to send their positive blessings into each one of us and also into our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Last Friday, someone asked a question that I said I was going to table over until today so that we would have a little bit more time to look at answering it. I think it was Katie that had asked a question about, sort of knowing how to put together the information about the signs and the planets and the stars. And that is really something that the Dr. Pillai, when he taught the puja, he had said to have a moment of pause after we had finished one sign, doing all the planets in the sign, the stars, the archetypes, the planets that rule those stars, etc. And in that moment of pause, you may have what you might have an understanding, you might have a seeing, you might have a feeling. So something about the interaction of those may stir something within you. I try to give a little bit of brief, English few words about what's in that sign, so you have something to think about. But to go into how to apply all of the information about the planets and the stars and the signs. That's like a whole course in astrology, Katie. And I have taught courses in astrology in the past, and I think we will be looking at taking some of the information from one of the courses I've taught in the past and creating a very simple course for Pillai Center Academy. And that it was Barbara. Barbara was saying, she was the one, I'm sorry, Barbara was the one who had asked the question. It's not something that I can really talk about like in just 5 minutes, how to blend all those energies together. Usually you take a class in astrology. Usually you start reading books about astrology. If you're interested in book titles, Barbara, you can email me and I can send you a suggestion for a few books to start with. Once you start to get into astrology, you do start to create a bit of a library over time. So I'm just warning you, it may turn into, more than just 1 or 2 books on your bookshelf if you really go for it. But there are a few books I could suggest to you for a place for a beginner to start. And I would want to do that through email, because after I do the puja, I'm a little bit high and it's hard for me to remember book titles and make sure I have the correct author name while I'm in a bit of an altered state. So if you send me an email, my email address again, Valli, VALLI @PillaiCenter.com. And any of you are welcome to email me. That's a public email address. Okay, so that was the Q&A for today. Just FYI, Ronnie has shortened the pre-roll to our video to just 1 minute. So instead of having like a 6-minute period in the morning before the actual session gets started, it's just going to be 1 minute. And that way it makes it easier for people who are watching the replay. They don't have to sit or scroll through 6 minute of the pre-roll. So just so that you know that we start on time. And Matangi has said, it is said that if you listen, you will remember what you need at that time. It will collect. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Matangi. So in the moment of pause, and also remember that Dr. Pillai empowers these little pujas. These are happening on his channel, Religion of Religions YouTube channel. So if you're sincere with the puja, he may also help open up something inside of you or lead you in a direction towards a book or a teacher of astrology, etc., depending on how deep you want to go into it. I'm not looking necessarily for all of you to become astrologers, but I do think having some information about astrology is a very practical thing, even in our modern world. In many of the Asian countries, astrology has a higher sort of a status than it does here in the West. And, there are government officials, etc., that consult astrologers before, timing of things, doing things, etc. So it's a big ocean, though. Astrology is a big ocean, and most of us don't swim, or tour the whole ocean in one lifetime. So you go into it, maybe like you go to the beach, you go in, dip your toe in, have a little bit of fun with it, start to interact with it a bit, and see, how deep you want to go with it, would be my suggestion. All right. I want to be respectful to your time. I will go ahead and close out for today. Again, we appreciate those of you who click on the like button and who subscribe to the channel. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.